morning. I'd like to call this work session of the Southampton Town Board to order on this 28th day of February 2019. Please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Kim, would you call the roll?
Sir. Supervisor Schneiderman?
Here.
Councilwoman Lofsted?
Here.
Councilwoman Scalera?
Here.
Councilman Bouvier?
Here.
Councilman Scavone?
Present.
All right, so the gang's all here. Let's get started. Most of what we'll do today will be an executive session, so we'll take just a couple minutes here just to do some updates. Let me start with just once again thanking our police department and the community of Hampton Bays for all the work in conjunction with the funeral last Wednesday for Detective Brian Simonson. It was a nice tribute to an individual who sacrificed his life, a law enforcement officer in the line of duty, and 20,000 people were there in Hampton Bays. I had the honor of being able to attend the funeral on behalf of the town. It was extremely moving. Mayor de Blasio spoke, the commissioner spoke, his partner in law enforcement spoke, his cousin spoke. It was really a very beautiful tribute and a very solemn occasion, and our hearts were with his wife and his mother and sister-in-law and the whole Simonson family. And as I said before, although he wasn't from Hampton Bays, the community really came out as if he was a native son and sort of adopted him as a native son. People helped from really all walks of life, from the Boy Scouts and the Hampton Bays Mothers and the Highway Department, the Police Department, as I mentioned, the firehouses, Montauk Bus Company used so that because school was off, so they had this fleet of school buses that they volunteered, their buses and their drivers. Actually, all the drivers agreed to work without pay to help and shuttle people around from various parking lots. All these stores, King Cullen and Macy's and Stop and Shop, everybody made their parking lots available for people who were attending the funeral, all the way down even as far as what's the Breslin Shopping Center where Planet Fitness is? Wild by Nature, thank you. So you had all these businesses who lent their support. It was really just a remarkable outpouring of support to the family and to NYPD for their loss. So, always challenging when you have 20,000 people are showing up, and Chief Skrnicki did a tremendous job planning. It really went without a hitch. It's hard to believe, because when you think about like the U.S. Open, all the planning that went into the U.S. Open to have 20,000 people in the community, here they only had a few days. They had a few days to prepare for it, and all the Homeland Security concerns and all the ambulances and everything that has to be just in case things go wrong, and it was really incredible. So just wanted to thank everybody involved and recognize the good work that went into that. So this Monday we start the South Fork Commuter Connection. There's train service in the morning for the first time, a commuter train heading east, which will go from Spionk. The first train goes from Spionk to Amagansett, the second one from Hampton Bays to Montauk. We'll be providing that last mile of service, get people from the train stations to their place of work. And East Hampton is doing the same at the train stations there. I'll be riding, and some of you will be as well. I'm riding the second train from Hampton Bays to Montauk. It's Hampton Bays to Southampton Village. It's a 10-minute ride. It's like amazing, 10 minutes by train, hour by car on a busy morning, 10 minutes by train. So I hope people use it. We have the website up. It's got the train schedules. What is it? It's sfcclirr, is that it? .com? .com, so check out the website.
And it's linked off of our website, the Southampton. So on the front page of the Southampton Town website, you can link over to this website as well, and it'll give you schedules for both East Hampton and Southampton Town.
And it's $4.25 is the ride. And, this would not be happening if it wasn't for the efforts of our Assemblyman Fred Thiel, who went and talked to MTA, Long Island Railroad, and got them to agree to do this and to study it and to make it happen. And then also working with Senator Laval got us significant grant money to help us with that last mile of service. So we obtained between East Hampton and Southampton a $500,000 grant to help us provide that service. So that's I think the bulk of the credit really needs to go to those individuals, particularly Assemblyman Thiel. So we're hoping it all goes without a hitch. Tom Neely's been working on this. Connie, I know you've been involved here, trying to get that, as much promotion out there as possible. There's been all kinds of advertising, and I think that the ridership will go up as the traffic builds and more people will choose to use it. I think it's going to be a great service. So many thanks to many people for making that happen, and we'll find out next week how it goes. Hopefully it goes really well. So I had the privilege yesterday of touring the new indoor pool. Finally, the town of Southampton has an indoor pool. It's the first. It's amazing. It's a 25-yard pool located at the eastern campus of Suffolk County Community College. I started advocating for this 16 years ago, believe it or not, when I was a legislator, and we got the funding in place for the planning and then for the actual construction. That may sound simple. That actually was not simple. The eastern campus is often, the stepchild of the system. There's 3 campuses, and people, since most of the legislators are from Western Suffolk, it seems to be much easier to fund facilities in Western Suffolk. So I got a lot of, do you really need a pool? Do you really need a gym? It's 3,000 students at that campus and growing. It might even be up to 4,000 by now. So this facility is, you have to go see it. When there's going to be a ribbon cutting, I don't have a date, you're going to be amazed. There's a very large indoor pool with a 10-foot diving board, many lanes for swimming. There's a whole fitness facility with a rock climbing wall that's got to be 35, 40 feet tall. There's a gymnasium with many, really big gymnasium, several like basketball courts. And it's going to be heavily used, I think, by the community. Once they discover it, it's state of the art. It's really beautiful, and it's over $20 million to build this thing. When I was a legislator, the number was around 17 million, is what they thought. But time goes on, and prices go up, and again, this is something that the state also assisted on. The way these projects are funded, the county is in for half, and the state, for the community college projects, the state covers the other half of the spending. So, again, Assemblyman Thiel and Senator Laval had to secure their half of the money as well, which they did. So, this is a partnership, and Bridget Fleming, Legislator Fleming, also had to make sure that this was funded, particularly as additional money was needed, and they had to get several $1 million of additional funding for it. So a lot of people to share credit with, but wait till you see it. Come to the ribbon cutting, because it's really a phenomenal facility. And we've said for years in the town of Southampton, we need an indoor pool. We need an indoor pool somewhere in our community, so we do have it now. I think I want to say June it will open to the public. Membership, I think it's around $275 a person.
Well, we've been actually in the western part of the town, been really excited about this and pushing hard with Legislator Fleming's office, so I appreciate your work on that. So everyone's waiting for that. I understand it's going to be sort of modeled after the same as Brentwood campus, so that local people will, be able to get a membership, and it certainly is affordable that way. And then it's built around the use of the pool, and then open to other communities that may want to use the pool for instruction and all that. So I know the area around West Hampton, Flanders, so everyone's really excited.
It's great. Wait till they see it. They're going to be even more excited. It is
cool place.
beautiful.
Really well done.
I toured it not only, with members of the Suffolk County Community College administration, but also Kristen Jarnigan from what used to be LICVB, now it's called Discover Long Island. They're this tourism promotion board that the hotel tax funds, and they promote tourism for both Nassau and Suffolk County. And there is potential with this, particularly the gymnasium area, to hold conventions and large events. We don't have an area like this on the East End where you can have big functions. But then after we saw that, we took a ride over the Hampton Bays, and I showed a Good Ground Park and the work going on, the new hotel being built at Canoe Place Inn, and the new beach pavilion. It's looking great out at the Ponquag Beach, the new pavilion there. We went to the life-saving station at Tiana. That is coming out great. And all these different projects are coming together for Hampton Bays. So I showed her the Ed Warner Senior Fishing Pier, which looks good. I don't know when we're doing the ribbon cutting for that. I think in the springtime as well. So a lot of exciting things going on for tourism in that area. So what else? I think that's it for... Yeah, yesterday I had East End Supervisors and Mayors Association. Rich Harris was able to come with me to that. We talked a lot about, we had a presentation on short-term house rentals and what different communities are doing with the Airbnbs of the world, different regulations. We had a presentation by Mark Cufferson, who's a councilman in the town of Huntington, and also is an attorney and land use attorney, and gave a really great presentation. And then the woman from Discover Long Island, Kristen Jarnigan, spoke as well on the work that they're doing to promote tourism. So anyway, it's been pretty busy. But does anybody else have, before we go to executive session, any other updates?
I just have one I wanted to update the board about, because I'm going to bring a resolution on for the next meeting. As everybody knows, we're getting ready for the summer season. You saw with all the beach concession resolutions going on. And I was approached by a company that was interested in increasing outreach and education relative to skin cancer and sun exposure and all that kind of good stuff. And as part of that awareness raising, they wanted to donate Sunscreen Dispensers that we can use at our town facilities and at some of the beaches. So we've been working with parks, and we've identified the ones with the most traffic and the ones that we feel will get the most use. And so they were lucky enough to get Southampton Hospital to be a sponsor to underwrite all of these. And they're going to be doing some programs with it additionally, but at the very least, we're going to try and work out an arrangement with them, and I'll be bringing a resolution over so that to authorize you to sign an agreement with them, and they'll take care of maintenance, all the liability is on them. So it's really a win-win, and it's a great program.
A sunscreen dispensing stand?
And I'll get you a picture of what it looks like. It's really, they install it.
Sunscreen?
It's free. And
that's great, because sunscreen's expensive.
It is, and it's copper tone. They got the best one, and they will refill it as needed. They come around continually through the season. They'll be in contact with John Irwin in our facilities, and it seems really great. So I'll try and get you a picture of what it looks like before the next work session, just so you have an idea. And we've identified approximately 22 places right now. We're trying to be really even-handed with trying to get the ones with the most trafficked areas, but also kind of be spread it out throughout the town. So we have them west, we have them, north in
Interesting.
Flanders Riverside, we have them in Bridgehampton, Watermill. We really ran the gamut. We got
At
them
the
in almost every
beaches.
hamlet, in the beaches, yeah. And the parks, we were doing some parks too. So
Okay.
North Sea Park, Ludlam, where else? There are a couple others. East Quogue Village Green,
That's great.
Pond Quogue, we have good ground.
Melanoma prevention.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
good.
good
That's
program.
great.
So I'll bring that forward next week.
That's good. I had a company call me that's interested in doing, at the train stations, like electric bicycles and electric mopeds, like through I guess it's a subscription type of program. It's not free, but it's inexpensive. They may come here and present. I thought it's kind of an interesting idea. It may help people, who want to use the train to go to work.
Extra mile.
Yeah, that last mile
It's
too.
one of our agenda items on the Sustainability Committee to
Yeah.
do exactly that, so.
Yeah, maybe
One
I'll
of the
connect
issues
you
is
with this.
distance. It's like the problem we have with our electric cars and charging, so how far you can go.
Yeah.
There's
Can you
there's
get
a
it
lot
back?
of
This
work
company
to get
apparently
back,
does
yeah.
it in a lot of areas. Maybe I'll have them talk to you about it.
They may have already presented to us, I
I
don't know.
don't think so.
If it's a new group, then certainly we should, they should come and talk to the Sustainability Committee.
This is also an
Particularly
item
Nick
on,
Palumbo was doing
Yeah,
a
I
lot
thought,
of
I
that
thought,
work.
I thought it was a neat, apparently the stands that the bikes go into then automatically recharge them for the next use.
Yeah,
bike rentals is also it's an item with the Transportation Commission, just regular bicycles, not
Yeah.
electric.
Yeah, these are electric bicycles. I guess
Right,
you
the
get some
question is-
exercise, but,
Starts at the train and goes to where? That's the,
right.
so, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. but-
yeah,
see-
that's part of the trails system where you get, have bike paths literally that can go all the way to the east end. I mean, that's been an initiative that people have been trying to work on for the longest time. And it's getting closer and closer. You see the sort of ends of different bike trails that are trying to pull those together. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
In San Diego, at my daughter's college, they have both bikes and scooters, they're called Birds, and you can basically pick one, and it's like $1.99 to rent one, and you take it, and then you leave it where you
It's
end,
electric, yeah?
and that's it. Yeah.
electric
Really.
scooters, yeah.
Yeah, and they're all over San
She must be going to school in
Diego.
California.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, this guy mentioned to
All the
me, he
campuses
said
are
electric
like-
bikes, and I thought he said mopeds or something like that, something a little bit, maybe he meant scooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, kids, they pick them up, they go, they use them, and they leave them where they need them, and it's not a hardship to get it back to where you picked it up.
Yeah, we
They
did
don't-
that at
they don't
Davis.
expect you to.
That's where I did undergraduate work, and that was it. You'd get your bike, you'd go to class, you'd leave it there, you'd come out, you'd pick up another bike,
Yeah.
you'd go to anywhere else. There were no cars allowed on.
And it's all done by
I
phone.
think it's perfect for
That's
out here.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it is. It's-
Yeah.
Less people, because people would come out to our area without their cars.
Amazing.
And then could get around.
And it's nice to
By
have the
train or
electric, it
bus.
has a little assist, so I, always meant.
For us old
If you
people?
go up over Palm Quag Bridge, you could recharge on the way down the other side.
All right, who else has updates?
You did a pretty good job covering the main points, I thought. I would add to the services in Hampton Bays, along with our police and our ambulance, the highway department was also involved, and they did a fine job, so.
Oh, with the funeral you're
Yeah,
talking
to
about,
the
yeah.
funeral. For the-
Yeah, I failed to mention the schools too, who made their
Right,
parking
a
lots
lot of people
available.
were. I just-
Yeah, and the
Make sure that we
firehouse
said
did a
that.
whole, I think, luncheon for law enforcement personnel.
Mhm.
It was very generous.
And since you brought up the grant, the $500,000 grant that Assemblyman Thiel and Senator Laval were able to get from New York State, Governor Cuomo did add $500,000 to his 2019-2020 budget, and I would like to publicly ask the governor to please keep that in the budget. A lot of things are on the chopping block, but that would be really great for us next year to keep this program going and funded.
Yeah, we're still trying to get the
Had to
AIM,
do that.
the AIM funding, we're still working on getting restored. So
Yeah,
that's
it's still an issue.
That's still an issue. Anything else? All right, so let's see what we have for executive session. We have personnel decisions to make. We have confidential legal advice. So I'll make a motion to end our work session and go to executive session on those items.
Second?
Seconded by Councilman Bouvier. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.